What up, bitches? Back at it again with another episode of the motherfucking CJ Bronson Podcast. Today is Monday, June 27th, 2022. And I know you're up. I don't care if your school is closed. I don't care if you have no work today. I don't care about none of that. It's Monday. We get stuff done on Mondays. Everyone else is slacking off. Everyone else is crying. Oh, it's Monday. Nah, we go in. We go ham. Mondays and Fridays. Y'all already know. If you mess with me, you know. Mondays and Fridays, we go ham. If no one else wants to, but we got to. We got to get this money, y'all. But today, I really want to talk about this amazing article. Not amazing, really, like in a good way. But it's crazy. Because it sounds like it's straight out of a movie. Unfortunately, it's not. The title is FBI's on a massive manhunt. FBI is searching for the man wanted in connection to Amber Alert, disappearance of woman in Mexico. So the San Diego FBI is asking the public for assistance in locating a man who is wanted in connection with the disappearance and possible death of a woman in Mexico. Tyler Adams, 50, was detained in Mexico Wednesday in connection to an Amber Alert. Now, this was June 17th, so about a week ago. So he was arrested on Wednesday in connection to an Amber Alert that was issued on June 8th, so about 2 weeks ago, in Mexico for missing woman Racquel Sabean's 7-month-old daughter. FBI says, right? So the child, Valentina Sabean, was found by the authorities in the municipality of Playas de Rosito. I know I'm butchering these names, but bear with me. So she currently remains in protective custody. Now, the California State Attorney General Office said on Thursday, right? So the decomposed remains were found in the vehicle known to be driven by Sabean, but a positive identification has not been confirmed as of yet. Now, authorities said Adams was uncooperative. He's like, I don't know nothing. Whatever, during questioning, and eventually he left Mexico. They let him go because I guess they didn't have enough evidence to hold him, right? I don't know what the Mexican laws are like, but I guess they didn't have enough evidence to keep him there. They let him go, and he entered, of course, the United States at San Isidro port of entry under the alias Aaron Bain. Now, he's known to use multiple fake and stolen identities. The FBI is calling him the what's the name they call this guy? There's a special name. They're nicknaming him the Master of Disguise. There you go. Master of Disguise, Tyler Adams. Multiple aliases, roaming the United States. We don't know where he is, what he's doing, but he has a list of aliases that are freaking crazy long. So the man is described as 5 feet 9 inches, approximately 175 pounds. He was last wearing a yellow short sleeve button up, tan pants. Obviously, he's not going to be wearing this right now. He may have swelling under his eyes. The FBI hinted that it could be from plastic surgery. Not sure. Again, this is the Master of Disguise, is what the FBI is calling him, because he's been known to use multiple fake and stolen IDs, people. Multiple. What are we doing, man? And if I read you the list of aliases the guy has, it's like Aaron Lee, Paul Wilson Phillips spelled different way, David Smith, Dominic Braun, David Phillips, Kevin Schoolcraft. All these different aliases and IDs that he uses, I guess, to cross back and forth through the border. So now check this out. The 50-year-old is also wanted in Hawaii on a warrant for escape in the second degree that was issued in September 2020. Wanted in Hawaii on a warrant for escape in the second degree. I guess escape from jail in the second degree. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe this other article will give us more details. Let's see. So let's see here. They're already presuming that this woman was killed by him. I'm assuming that's why he's on the run. Yeah, officials have said the body is believed to be that of Sabean, who had a 7-month-old child with Adams. Oh, so now they're saying the baby could also be his. A spokesperson for the FBI San Diego field office said Thursday authorities in Mexico conducted the crime scene autopsy and forensics investigation. Sabean and Adams are living in Tijuana, Mexico, but were American citizens when the woman vanished. Authorities believe Adams is the father of the child, a baby girl. Well, that's very interesting. Now, where is he now? Investigators first detained Adams in connection with an Amber Alert related to that toddler's disappearance. The girl was reported missing on June 10th, but was later found safe in Mexico. Again, Adams was uncooperative when questioned. And then, they let him go because they had nothing to hold him. It's crazy, y'all. Fucking what? He has a criminal history dating back decades. This is the problem with border security. We're not allowed, I guess they're not allowed to vet them anymore, maybe because of the new rule, the new catch and release rules or whatever the hell, if they're even verifying anything these days down there. And I'm not knocking the border security, U.S. Border Patrol. I know that they have rules to follow that they truly do not want to. So let's look at some of his long list of crimes, right? Let's look at this. Tyler Adams, the self-styled master of disguise, who defrauded 2 Hawaii banks out of more than $120,000 from October 2007 to June 2008. He pleaded no contest to 2 counts of first-degree theft and 1 count of second-degree theft. This is an old article from 2013. Adams faces an automatic 10-year prison term. Sentencing was set for December 17th. Again, he uses many aliases and disguises, was indicted by the Oahu grand jury in 2009. After arriving in Mexico in 2007, he created 5 fictitious businesses and opened accounts at Bank of Hawaii and American Savings Bank. This is a movie. This guy's living a movie. Listen to this. Dude, he created 5 fictitious businesses and opened accounts in Bank of Hawaii and American Savings Bank. Adams then used fake checks to deposit large amounts of money into the accounts, and convinced the banks to make the funds immediately available. Also, he stole a $5,000 diamond ring from Costco. My man is like, remember that movie? What's that called? Oh, Catch Me If You Can, with Leonardo DiCaprio. If you had never seen it, it's a great movie with any movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, in my opinion, is fantastic. Great actor, fantastic. Wolf of Wall Street, what? Great movies. But yeah, Catch Me If You Can is a true story about this guy who basically defrauded the government and banks, faking his identity. He once was a pilot. I don't want to give too much of the story away, but he made fake checks, fake everything, paychecks, fake business, fake personalities, fake names, fake jobs, and he just gave himself promotions and stuff. He literally flew airplanes. He walked right onto the aircraft. This is years ago, before checks and balances, IDs, and shit like that. But he was able to get away with it. And this guy seems like he took a page out of the book or out of the movie and started doing his own shit here. So while in Hawaii, Adams was also known as Kevin Kennedy, also Lance Irwin, also Michael Whitman, both of whom were supposedly students at the University of Hawaii Law School. Adams was arrested in 2009 in California where he was being sought in a $3 million fraud case in San Diego. Hawaii, San Diego. He is currently serving a 14-year sentence in California. When he finishes the term, he will be brought to Hawaii to serve time here. At the time, they said you can create false identities, you can try to run and hide, but if you commit a crime in Honolulu, we will find you and bring you back to face the consequences. Well, that's not the case, because apparently he's out. Apparently he escaped. Because like I said earlier, they said he's wanted for escaping state custody in Hawaii in 2020. So yeah, they arrested him for a while. He was locked up until 2020. Then he escaped, allegedly went to Mexico with this girl, where they have a kid together. Supposedly, allegedly, may have killed this girl, the mother. Right? They're still looking into the remains, unfortunately. The 7-month-old child that they had together is being held in custody, police custody, for safekeeping, and he's on the loose. He's in America somewhere, they believe. Of course, I'll post a photo, and of course, I will put this on Twitter at CJ Bronson Show. Again, real quick, guys, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you like this kind of stuff, and I can do a lot of these kinds of episodes, no problem. But again, it's crazy because when the FBI tells you we're calling him the master of disguise, that's a big red flag to me. I mean, in the video that I watched, the FBI agent in charge was saying how he could shave his head, he could dye his hair, he can grow facial hair, he could do this. Like, they don't really seem, in my opinion, when they made this statement, they don't seem very confident that they're going to be able to find this guy. So it's basically down to us. It's up to the average person to be aware. We have to know who we're dealing with at all times, and that's important. That's very important. This guy robs fucking Costco, $5,000 diamond ring. This guy was able to defraud banks. He was able to defraud people all over California, Hawaii, probably Mexico. Who knows? We don't know. We don't know his connections that he may have over here, right? He's able to travel back and forth. Maybe he has some kind of connections with some kind of mob or whatever, gangs. Who knows? We don't know. But we do know what he looks like right now. So again, I'll post that photo. You guys take a good look at him. The sad thing is, I wish I could tell you, he looks like an average Caucasian man. He looks like a regular Caucasian man, in my opinion. I mean, I've probably seen this guy. You could have seen him a million times. You never would have known. He looks like an average Joe. He's not an ugly-looking guy. He looks very, very cool, very relaxed, very handsome guy. He could be a news anchor. Honestly, he looks very handsome. I gotta give credit where credit's due. What do you want me to say? Oh, dude, he stole 120 grand from banks. He's $3 million fraud case in San Diego. So he knows how to work the system, and he's probably a good salesman. He's probably a good talker. He's able to convince a lot of people, a good swindler. So, I always say, be careful. You don't know who the person you're talking to. You can't trust anybody in, these days. And unfortunately, that's just the way it is. You can't trust. I always say, get a small circle of friends and trust those friends and stay with those friends. If you can't do that, then just, don't trust anybody. I'm sorry. We just can't do that. It's 2022 and everyone seems to be letting us down left and right these days, in my opinion, my personal experience, and from what I'm seeing, some of these people are like your best friend and they're stabbing you in the back. It's just insane. So they're showing photos of him. He has a Pennsylvania DMV photo. He has a Hawaii state ID photo. He has a California DMV photo, all with different names. Crazy. I'm just thinking about Jersey. In Jersey, we got to have like 10 points of identification or 9 points or some crazy 7 points of ID before you can get a license. So they want like your driver, they want your birth certificate, they want your state ID, they want a library card, they want a utility bill, a cell phone bill, anything in your name. You got to have all this proof. So this guy, either he somehow, I don't know how he's doing it. Maybe he knows someone who makes a fake ID and he can just get all the other stuff on his own, or maybe he's just changing the names on documents. Dude, people got to start shredding your shit. Start shredding your documents. Shredders are not expensive. It's like $20 for a shredder. If you can't afford a shredder, rip the shit up by hand. Because someone like this is going to get your information and they're going to fucking arrest you for some crazy allegations that this guy fucking did and you weren't even involved in. It could happen. Why not? This guy's, this is not old news. This happened 3 weeks ago. They're still looking for this guy. June 23rd is the most recent article I could find. Today's the 27th. So 4 days ago, they're still looking for this alleged master of disguise. And to me, they believe he entered California from Mexico. So he might still be in California, but he probably made his way over to Jersey or New York. I mean, if he was smart, he would move east. And in my opinion, that's what I would do. I mean, I'm not recommending it. I'm just telling him that's, if I was him and everyone knows I'm over here, I will go in the opposite direction. I think that's what he did before. He was in Hawaii and he was like, yo, I'm going to go the opposite direction and go to California or some shit. I don't know. No one's going to think of me over here. Well, he already has a bad rap in Cali. He already has a bad rap in Hawaii and Mexico. So the only obvious choice would be to go east or north. I don't know. Maybe he... Hopefully he just turns himself in, but this doesn't seem like the type of guy who's going to give up. He already escaped Hawaii authorities in 2020. So let's be realistic, man. You escaped Hawaii authorities and you got away in Mexico. And let's assume he killed this woman, this child, the mother of his child, if it is true. Let's assume he killed her. He's not sticking around. He's not going to turn himself in. He knows what prison is like. He's been in prison. He already got burned in different aspects of business, as far as, you know, his own dealings, his own bad deals that he created. So he's on the run. He's not going down easy. He's probably going to hold up somewhere. Hopefully he doesn't take any hostages, but it may come to that. So this is very important that we all, you know, are aware, and we all keep our eyes open for someone like this, a salesman, someone who seems very savvy, very suave, very calm and collective. Picture Wolf of Wall Street. I'm picturing Wolf of Wall Street, picturing Catch Me If You Can, both played by Leo. So watch those two movies if you haven't seen them. Fantastic. Wolf of Wall Street and Catch Me If You Can, two #1 movies in my opinion. You can watch them on repeat. They're great movies. But that kind of shows to me, this is the type of person you're dealing with. Someone who's probably going to be able to knock on your door, convince you to let him in to get a glass of water, and then it's all, you know, downhill, or he just steals all your shit, you know. And it's crazy. So allegedly, when he came into California on June 16th, he used a bogus name, Aaron Bain. That's Aaron, last name Bain. And again, he has a history of using fake aliases, so that's probably changed. The disappearance of his girlfriend is Racquel Sabean. That's Raquel. So again, they think they found her remains. They're still trying to, I guess they're trying to identify it. I don't know what he did to these remains, but, or whomever. Maybe he didn't do anything. Maybe he's just on the run. You know, I don't know. But it was decomposed human remains inside a vehicle that she was known to drive. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say, in my opinion, I believe it is her body. But, you know, I guess we'll leave it to forensics. It's so sad, man. Can you imagine this poor 7-month-old baby growing up? Eventually they're going to have to tell her. Or maybe not. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully, you know, it's going to sound crazy, but maybe this is a case where I think it's good that you don't know who your parents are. Hopefully they, you know, you always hear those stories like, you know, you don't know, you know, I don't know who my parents are. And like, you know, the step parents, the foster parents don't, you know, they make up a lie. They're like, oh yeah, they died, you know, a long time ago. This is the case where you want to make up a lie and say, yeah, they died a long time ago, house fire or something. Because what are you going to do? You're going to tell them, oh yeah, your dad was known as the master of disguise, and your mom, and he killed your mom possibly in the car, like, and left her body in the car, whatever. No, you're not going to tell this kid that. That's going to be fucking horrible. If I was a kid, if I knew that, I'd be like, am I going to grow up to be a crazy person like my dad was? So hopefully, you know, I don't know if this lady has any relatives, if the kid will, maybe that's what they're looking for, because they said they're still protecting the child. But I also think they're probably protecting the child in case this guy comes back to get the kid, because, you know, maybe that's the whole thing too. He you know, maybe he knows it's his kid, and maybe that's why he was there. Maybe they were fighting, maybe him and Racquel were fighting about custody of the kid. Maybe he was fighting Racquel about bringing the kid back to the States, and she didn't want to go back to the States. You know, who knows? Could just be some kind of domestic disturbance, and he just couldn't deal with it and snapped. At the end of the day, we have a 7-month-old child who needs to be taken care of correctly, properly, and loved. Definitely loved. And luckily, thank God, she's only 7 months, not 7 years. 7 months, hopefully she won't remember anything by the time she gets, you know, 7 years, or by the time she gets older, when she gets older and starts asking questions. I hate to say lie to your kids. I always say, you know, you want to be honest as much as you can, but in this instance, lie. Because being honest is not going to make the kid's life any better, in my opinion. Am I wrong? Well, you guys let me know. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up at CJ Bronson Show on Twitter. My book, Worthless, is still on Amazon, $3.99, 5 stars. Great book. It's a good read. It's a good time. And let me know. Let me know what you guys think. If it was your kid, if you were a foster parent and this child came in and you knew the history, would you at one point tell this child? Or if you adopted this child, would you at one point tell this child who their parents were and who, and what happened? I don't think I would. Would you guys? Let me know. All right. Have a great day, guys. Love you. Bye-bye.